Modern criminal law divides the parties to a crime into two basic categories: principals and accomplices. Generally speaking, the principals directly commit the crimes, and the accomplices help them in some way. The Texas Court of Appeals considered whether an important witness qualified as an accomplice to the aggravated robbery she testified about in the 1999 case Lane v. State. In October of 1993, James William Lane had the idea to rob Hillard Doss, a 71-year-old man who was known for carrying lots of cash. After enlisting the help of Patricia R., Kris Shank, and Anna Eason, Lane drove the foursome to the victim's house. Then Lane waited in the truck with Patricia while Shank and Eason went off to commit the actual robbery. When Shank and Eason came back empty-handed, Lane encouraged them to try again. This time around, Shank and Eason were successful. They returned to the truck with the stolen cash and made their getaway with Lane and Patricia. Afterward, Lane, Shank, and Eason divvied up the cash while Patricia watched. Eventually, Lane was arrested for aggravated robbery of an elderly person. At the trial in Texas State Court, the only testimony connecting Lane to the robbery came from Patricia, Shank, and Eason. If all three of those witnesses were accomplices to the robbery, then Lane couldn't be convicted under Texas law, which disallowed convictions based on uncorroborated accomplice testimony. Unfortunately for Lane, the trial court refused to instruct the jury that Patricia was an accomplice to the robbery, thereby allowing her non-accomplice testimony to corroborate the accomplice testimony from Shank and Eason. The jury convicted Lane, and he appealed to the Texas Court of Appeals.